Heyo guys, girls, and everyone in between, this is Rebellious Pastry here, and this is a re-record from when I was going to do this in 23, but we're doing it in 24, so here's the video now. There are random things in life that just make some people want to throw their sanity out the window. Here are my things that makes me want to throw my sanity out the window sometimes. Just so you know, me and the animation station both thought of this video, and this is going to be my version of the video. So I'm gonna start with people who call me feminine terms, because let's face it, I'm not a woman, and I'm even less of one now that I'm starting voice training. Not honoring how much work into passing, and not honoring the fact that I'm putting in a lot of work not to pass as a woman is very discouraging and very annoying. Another thing that bothers me is someone who is on an electronic device when I'm trying to have a conversation with them, especially if they're watching a video, because it's hard for them to focus on both things. I tend to tell people that if they need to fidget with something, to please not have it be an electronic device, because the electronic device physically distracts them from the conversation. One thing that obviously annoys me that should probably annoy everyone is people who hurt others physically or mentally or even financially, because it's not right and it causes pain. Another one is people who give advice that wasn't asked for, because it comes across as telling me what to do with my life, which is one of the main annoyances, because I want to live my own life without any unasked advice or telling me how to live, which is so annoying. I have a whole ton of romantic annoyances, and I'm gonna start these off by the whole, people telling me I'm gonna find the perfect romantic partner one day. I get why people say this, but it isn't necessary, because some people can just be happy without a romantic partner, and the whole idea of you needing romance to be happy is very invalidating to people who just want to live their life on their own, regardless of if they're romantic or not. And also, another romantic annoyance I have is when people expect me to go ahead and care about who's dating who. All the games and gossip, oh, this person is dating this person, or this person, and this person. Why should I even care? I'm not planning to date anyone in that group anyway, so I shouldn't be made to care who is dating who. I tend to be happy whenever I say that I'm not on anyone's dating list, just because, that's just not who I am. Something that is somewhat related is people who take way too long to get ready, especially if I'm antsy to get somewhere, because why do you need an hour to get ready for the simplest of things? If you need an hour to get ready, please don't tell me that we're gonna go soon and then be like, oh, I'm gonna spend an hour to get ready. My brain's being like, it's time to go, when it's not, because you're still getting ready. My next annoyance is if a space is too cleaned or organized, because it feels more like a place that is meant to be shown, like a museum or something, rather than a place to live, and I just feel uncomfortable and not at home. That annoys me. One reason for this specific annoyance is I have organizational issues, and it kind of just makes me feel self-conscious whenever everything just looks all nice and neat, because it's what if I mess it up? Am I even supposed to be here at this specific place? And yeah. Another thing that really gets me annoyed is people who touch my stuff without my permission, especially my computer, because they might end up accidentally messing with it or intentionally messing with it, and it just doesn't make me feel good to have people touch my things, especially if it's my equipment without my permission. Another thing that annoys me is feeling trapped in enclosed spaces with other people, especially in living environment, because if I'm smashed in tight, then I don't have room to spread out, and it's just makes me feel trapped, because it's you kind of have to keep all of your things in a small area when I need to spread out in order to not feel crammed in. My main example of this is a window seat of an airplane, because it makes me feel like I cannot move around without having to ask somebody, and it just doesn't make me feel good, because I don't want to have to ask someone if I can go ahead and get out of my seat, because, like, I just want to go ahead and be able to do things myself, and therefore, whenever I have a choice in the matter, I'll go ahead and sit in the aisle seat, because then I would rather have someone ask me to go ahead and if they can get up rather than me having to ask them. And then another thing that annoys me is people who have the light on when I'm trying to sleep, because, like, I have a hard time falling asleep with the light on, and it's just like, why do we need to have the light on? It's time to sleep. And then on the topic of needs, another thing that annoys me is lack of bathroom access no matter the situation, because it's like, I gotta go to the bathroom and it's like very uncomfortable. Sometimes it's like related to a gender situation, other times it's because someone takes too long, which was mentioned in the previous things that annoys me section. But like, if someone's taking too long in the bathroom, then it annoys me, because it's like, come on, please hurry up, please. But yeah. Another annoyance I have is when people tell me I look tired, because, like, when I look tired, I most likely already feel tired, and yeah. Another annoyance I have, which wasn't originally in the script, but whenever I ask someone for help as far as, like, looking for something, and they say, 1, you should have had it, or 2, go looking, because, like, I'm asking you where something is for a reason. And it's just like, come on, man. I'm just trying to go ahead and get whatever I need. And by you telling me that I should have had it or to go look for it, it's just frustrating. And then this last one is kind of a silly one, so therefore I put it for last. But numbers that end in 9. This reason actually has a story behind it, which is, when I was in 8th grade, my teacher told everyone that if they got an A during their 4th quarter, they wouldn't have to take the final exam. And then I was the unfortunate soul that got an 89.9. And even worse yet, my final was on my birthday. So therefore, I was frustrated about the 0.1% I needed. Technically, it's 0.01 needed to not take the final. So I ended up telling the counselor about the situation, and she ended up telling my teacher about it. And then my teacher was like, just pretend to take the test, okay? And that is the story of why my hatred towards numbers that end in 9. It could have been the next number up, but not quite, and it's so annoying. This seems to be like a lot of annoyances, but most of these are avoidable, and they're mostly living related annoyances, so unless you live with me, you won't ever have to deal with these things. And in general, it is very hard to annoy me unless you're intentionally trying to. And now it's time for the end card. Sorry I haven't really been having end cards lately, because the last 2 videos didn't have them, and then the videos before that had them, but they were back in 23, and yeah, I'm working on getting more videos out, but it's just taking me more time due to IRL obligations, so there's that. Also, this video took me extra time because it was extra long as well. I was like, oh man, I'm making a 10,000 frame video. I guess I'm sticking with it now, and yeah. Looks like I'm the first one to make their Things That Annoys Me video, so I guess I beat Tass on that one. Tass as in the animation station, and yeah. Please let me know any video ideas you guys have, because I'm just curious with the kind of ideas you guys might have, and yeah. Anyways, I platonically love you, my donut batch, and see you in the future to come.